Hey guys, it's Friday in the Van with Pastor Brad. I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about growing your relationship with Jesus. I was watching a pastor be interviewed, and the question was asked, what recommendations would you give to people who were wanting to have better relationship with God, or specifically better relationship with Jesus? And he was kind of shocked by the question because to him it seemed, well, excessively simple. He said, read the Word, pray, fellowship with believers, worship, give, serve. He just starts rattling off this list of what we would be familiar with as spiritual disciplines. And on one hand, he's right. He's right. It's not super complicated. It is the fact that we need to engage in those simple things in order to have better relationship with the Lord. Now, if I said, how do I, and this pastor used this analogy. He's like, look, it's simple. Sometimes the answer is just the answer because everybody wants a shortcut. They want something more profound or whatever. And he was saying that apply that same thing to the physical body, the health of the body. And he would say, if you wanted what's the best weight loss plan? He's like, they're all the same. Eat right, exercise, get good rest. Right? I mean, yeah, there are a lot of weight loss plans and strategies, and if you talk to a dietitian, it gets really complicated. And you talk to a trainer, a fitness trainer, and how to work out, it gets really complicated. It's like, okay, here's your workout plan and so on. So it's not really like everybody should know everything. But it is simple in the fact that you just start doing it, right? You decide, I'm going to start eating right. And then you do. And you have to learn a few things and, figure some things out. And you decide, I'm going to work out. You don't really know what you're doing when you get started, but you learn and you pick some things up. And that's kind of how it works. Well, if you're at a place where you'd like a better relationship with Jesus and you're not quite sure how to do it, it really is something that you can do. And I would say the first, maybe the most important thing, that's like saying which is more important, diet or exercise. You need them both. Okay, so the Word of God and prayer. Okay, the Word of God and prayer. And if I could add another, so like the physical body needs nourishment, rest, and exercise, right? Eating, resting, and working out. Spiritually speaking. And there are a lot of spiritual disciplines. You need just basically three things. Okay, you need to hear God, you need to speak to God, and you need to obey. So, hearing from God, speaking to God, and obeying God. Those three basic things. Now, the obedience piece is only going to make sense if you understand what God's asking. Obeying or trying to obey when you don't know what it is that God is like or requires of us seems like a bad place to start. So the idea is not to just try to be a good person or be a better person in your behavior, the way you live. Obviously, I'm not saying be a worse person. What I'm saying is that you really need to know the Word of God. Matter of fact, John 1:1 says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And verse 14 says, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So the Word is Jesus. So Jesus is both physical, being born in the flesh, but before that, he's the Word of God. And now we have his written Word. So he is the Word. Okay, so Jesus is the Word. But we also have a written Word. So if we really want to know Jesus, we want to know his Word, which is written for us. Psalm 119:05 says this, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light unto my path. In Hebrews 4:12 says this, the word is living and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. So I say all this to encourage you that the Word of God is so essentially important. You understand God when you read His Word. And yet, furthermore, you'll understand yourself as we read the Word. So you may not really know what you're doing when you get into the Word. That's okay. Just get into the Word. Get started. And then do what you would do if you were trying to figure out how to work out. Start working out. Start small. Start slow. And talk to people who know how to work out well. And they'll help you. Meaning, join a Bible study. Go to church. Hear how the pastor breaks down the Word. Things like that. My point is, don't do nothing. That's not going to help. Read the Word, pray, and obey. God bless.